everyone, this is Dr.S.Anin Leema, Assistant Professor of English, Nirmala College for Women, Coimbatore. Today, we will see on the topic economic, social and religious oppression experienced by Dalit women with reference to Maheshwatha Devi's Rudali.
This video focuses on hierarchy of caste system in India, voice of Dalits, life of Mahashweta Devi, important works of Mahashweta Devi, awards conferred to Mahashweta Devi, Mahashweta Devi as an activist, introduction to the play Rudali, synopsis of the play Rudali, and analysis on Rudali. Hierarchy of caste system in India. Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras. Brahmins are considered as priestly people, Kshatriyas as the people who are rulers, administrators and warriors, and Vaishyas are the artisans, merchants, tradesmen and farmers, and finally Sudras are the laboring classes. After independence, when Indian constitution was settled, Sudras were called as scheduled castes. Mahatma Gandhi called these people as Harijans, meaning children of God. Dr. Ambedkar called these people as Dalits, which means crushed or broken. Dr. Ambedkar was chosen by the Dalits as a representation who could represent their agony, who could raise voice against their oppression. Voice for Dalits started in Maharashtra in the year 1960. Lately in Tamil Nadu, it started in the year 1990 for celebrating birth centenary of Dr. Ambedkar. The influential reason for publishing Dr. Ambedkar's writings in Tamil is a part of the ceremony which also voiced for the Dalits. Protest, pain, agony are considered as undocumented oral folklore of Dalits. Harsh reality and horrid experiences expressed by raising their voice and revolt against suppression, through which they seeked respectable places in society. Maheshwatha Devi, being a non-Dalit, captured the essence of Dalit experiences very beautifully. Maheshwatha Devi was born in Dhaka in the year 1926. She belonged to a privileged middle-class Bengali family. Maheshwatha Devi has written many novels and short stories in Bengali. Devi is a prolific journalist and also an editor of the Bengali journal called Botika. Devi has written several reports in English on peasant labor for the people of West Bengal. Devi has also worked for the rights and empowerment of the tribal people of West Bengal, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Some of the important works of Maheshwatha Devi are Amritar Sanchaya in the year 1964, Hajar Churashirma in the year 1974, Aranyar Adhikar in the year 1977 and Rudali in the year 1993. Some of the awards conferred by Mahashweta Devi are Sahitya Academy Award, Jnanapith Award, Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan and Raman Magsaysay Award. Maheshwata Devi, as an activist, fought for marginalized people for many years. As an activist, voiced for the betterment of subaltern and protesting atrocities on downtrodden. Maheshwata Devi voiced to the voiceless subaltern and raised their status in society. Devi always believed herself to be a true representative of gendered subaltern because women are treated differently for two reasons, because of low caste and because born as women. She also voices for exploitation and social, cultural, religious beliefs and practices which suppressed women in India. Devi has clearly documented immense struggle of low caste people and exposed root cause and problems to the world. Rudali is a short story written in Bengali by Maheshwatha Devi. Later, it was adapted as a play in Hindi by Usha Gangli. As an assignment in a workshop, it was then translated into English by Angelou and was published. Rudalis are the professional mourners. They cry at funerals of Maliks, that is, the upper caste people. Appointing Rudalis during deaths was considered as the prestige of the family in the upper caste community. Thus, tears are commodified by the aristocrats. Angelou has rightly said, "Grief is turned into a commodity and mourning is labor. If sorrow is controlled by imprisoned, tears can be used as a produce, a source of earning by professional mourners." Sanishari is a Ganju woman and a widow from Tahit village, Bihar. She lived in poverty. Sanishari's mother-in-law blamed her and believed that Sanishari was destined to suffer because she was born on a Saturday. But Sanishari told herself, "Because I was born on and named after Saturday, that made me an unlucky daughter-in-law? You were born on Monday. Was your life any happier? Somri, Budua, Mongri, Bishri, do any of them have a happier lives?" Without any earning family member, Sanchari becomes the breadwinner of the family and faces many difficulties in life. She has alone witnessed the death of her mother-in-law, brother-in-law, co-sister, husband, son, and her grandson ran away and left her. Now Sanchari was alone and she finds a supporter in her long-lost friend Bikini, another ill-fated Dalit woman who was left alone by her son. I quote, "Everyone said she has led such a hard, sad life, but finding Bikini has been a blessing." I unquote. The two form a deep bond and partnership for survival as they discover financial help in a different occupation as hired mourners or rudalis to add pretension to funerals of the feudal rich in their two-phase society. This new profession gave them their first sense of mastery. But then Sanchari suffers another blow when Bikini dies from dysentery as given lack of basic medical care. After facing this much of loss, Sanchari is moreover shocked. But she refused to take a break and emerges revolt against her isolation. She visits the brothel to recruit a band of Rudalis all by herself from among the prostitutes, where she encounters her fiercely defiant runaway daughter-in-law Parvatiya. Wishing to free them from mistreatment of the flesh trade, Sanchari motivates them on how to surpass as false mourners at funerals of the rich landlords. I quote, "When you start, weep as if you have lost someone close to you, someone dear to your heart. Beat your breast and cry out with such feeling that their bloods ran cold." She teaches them. The play culminates with these prostitutes faking loved mourning at the death of very man who pushed them into the pyre of prostitution. There is a sense of freedom from their indignant life in their alternative profession that earns them cash food grains and goodies without having to sell their bodies. Thus, Sanichari evolves from a weak woman to a fighter, from victimization to empowerment. Sanichari's life proved that she has evolved from victimization to empowerment. She has courageously trapped the oppressors by their own hypocrisy. Sanichari's life proved that leaders are born out of survival. Sanichari emerged as a natural leader to the Randi Rudalis. Thus, commercialization of tears was used by the protagonist not only as a means of survival but as a tools to strike back. Thus, we learn from the life of Sanichari that a woman who could not shed tears on her own grief, which proved as a sign of depression, later became a professional mourner and inverted it as a sign of empowerment. I would like to conclude the video by quoting the words of Maya Angelou. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated.
Hope you are benefited by this interesting video. Thank you.